Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Before I get into today's video, I do want to say a quick apology for my voice. I know it sounds really weird. I am going through a bout of sickness right now, so yeah, my voice was like gone all day, but I had to make a narration for this video because this video is super duper exciting. And the reason for that is because I am officially a part of the YouTube Artist Collective. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's an amazing collective made with the most amazing artists on YouTube. Like, these guys are so incredible. And every 2 months, what they do is they do like a huge collaboration, and they have the audience, you guys, decide on what theme that you guys want the rest of the collective to draw, and then once everyone decides on a theme, they draw it, and then they also auction off their original artworks and sell prints. And we also encourage you guys to also make your own artworks and share it on the Facebook page and upload your own videos, and it's really a cool community of artists here on YouTube that's just amazing, and I'm so thankful and grateful to be a part of them. I look up to these artists so much, like, it's unreal, guys. And I will also give you the names of these artists as well. I'm also going to put their videos in the description box, so go watch all of their videos, and yeah, just go follow them because they're all amazing. And the artists are Sophia Liu, Mira Byler, Bailey J, Art a la carte, Lemia Crescent, Zyra Banyas, Sakuems, Jelly B, Hello Alice, Joy San, and now me. So yeah, like I said, I'm just like so stoked. Like, I messaged them, and when I found out that they accepted me, I just like danced around my house and screamed, and like no one knew what was going on. Anyway, so yeah, the theme for this time, as you guys might have already guessed, is steampunk. Now, I actually went through a period in like middle school where I was obsessed with steampunk. I couldn't actually afford to like buy any of the clothing. If I did, I would have. And I didn't like dress in the style, but I was obsessed with like drawing it and looking up steampunk pictures, and I found like really cool steampunk inspired bands that I still listen to because the music's really cool. Anyway, so yeah, I went through a period of hardcore steampunk fascination, so this theme was like super exciting to me because I haven't revisited the theme of steampunk in quite a long time. So with this piece, I also really wanted to push myself and challenge myself, and I wanted to not only come up with a full illustration with a character and a background, but I also wanted it to tell a story. And the story behind this piece is there is this girl, and she is an inventor, and she likes to create herself little mechanical friends and pets and animals and all kinds of stuff, but the thing is, you can't really create a mechanical soul. So while all her pets were really cool, they were still only just clockwork. They weren't like actual, you know, living, breathing pets. So one day she gets into a really bad accident in her lab, and she decides the only thing she can do to save herself is to replace the parts of her body that were destroyed in the accident with clockwork and more mechanisms. So the thing of this is, when she replaced half of her body with clockwork, she herself kind of turned into this half clockwork, half human being. So that's why I kind of gave her a really faraway look, and that's why she's spilling coffee all over herself, is because she's not quite human anymore. And I really hope that came across in the illustration. That's like the idea I had behind it anyway. I'm not sure if that is like totally coming across in the illustration, or maybe you got something totally different from it. If you did, be sure to let me know. Anyway, like I said, I really pushed myself with this piece. I have like 3 sketchbook pages filled with different concepts, and that might have been the hardest part actually, was like figuring out and deciding on a final concept that I wanted to pursue, because this is one of those themes that's so broad and can be interpreted in so many different ways that I just was a little bit overwhelmed with like everything I wanted to do. but ultimately ended up on this piece because I felt like the story behind it was the most interesting of all the other ones I was thinking of, and I'm really glad I did because I really do like how it came out. I'm kind of proud of myself for this one. I really pushed through some difficult parts and some parts where I wanted to scrap the whole thing and do something else, but I kept going and kept pushing myself, and I'm really happy that I did because the end result is something I really am proud of. Another thing that was a struggle for me was the background. So I, like many other artists, I feel, I don't do backgrounds that often, which is a real hindrance to my art because a lot of my characters are kind of just floating through space, and I ultimately want to get into children's book illustration, and in order to do that I kind of need to get better at environments and like spatial awareness and like characters interacting with each other and backgrounds and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I also had my character. She's sitting on a couch in a room next to a mechanical bird, and everything is interacting with each other. And yeah, it was, like I said, a struggle, especially with painting it. Drawing it was alright. I just had to tweak a few things in the actual sketching process. But painting it and trying to make it not only match my coloring style, but look not flat was really, really hard. So I am okay with how the background turned out overall. Like I said, I don't do many of them, so I am happy with the overall result, but I still feel like I have a long way to go, and there's a lot of things I could improve on. But yeah, the only way to improve on that kind of stuff is to keep doing it. So hopefully you will be able to see more backgrounds in my art. Yes. Anyway, this is done with watercolors. A lot of my work is done with either watercolors or Copic markers. I am 100% a traditional artist. Watercolors are my favorite medium at the moment, but I do change my mediums sorta often. Yeah. Anyway, I figure a lot of the people coming to my channel during this video may be new, so if you're a new person coming here from someone else's video from the collective, hello! Thank you so much for checking out my channel and my video. I'm so happy that you're watching this and joining me on this fun, whimsical, fantastical art journey. And yeah, like I said, I am a traditional artist. My name is Monique. I am a fairy princess and a YouTuber. I love to draw. Like I said, I want to eventually get into storybook and children's illustrations. I have done some book covers in the past, and I do freelance kind of stuff. And yeah. I also do the occasional vlog on my channel. I really enjoy vlogging and connecting more with you guys on levels that aren't necessarily art related. I also make some videos about living with a chronic illness. I have an illness called cystic fibrosis, and it's kind of a big part in my life. It's also why I'm currently sick at the moment. Blech. But I do like to make videos raising awareness about it and teaching you guys about what it's like to live with cystic fibrosis and about chronic illness in general. So yeah, if you like my art and if you would like to become a member of the Fairy Fam, please consider subscribing. I try to make videos every week, and usually I do. Sometimes I do more, sometimes I do less. Also, I'm doing something really exciting for the month of October. October is my favorite time of year, and Halloween is my favorite holiday, so I'm doing Vlogoween, which is going to be a Halloween-themed video every single day of October, and I already have a whole bunch of stuff planned for that, and it's going to be super fun, and I'm so excited to show you guys all the stuff I have planned, because it's, October gets me like so pumped and so excited. But anyway, yes, we are kind of getting close to the end now. I do want to say a quick thank you again to everyone in the collective for letting me become a part. I'm just like so happy and like humbled and honored and just like, oh my gosh, like kind of starstruck too, because honestly the artists in this collective are people I have looked up to since I started making my own YouTube videos. So to be able to like interact with them and like collaborate and share ideas and just like, it's such a cool experience, and it's just like, I love it so much. Anyway, yeah, so also like I said, this original painting will be sold on my store Envy, which is also going to be linked in the description box below. The original is quite a big painting, like actually the biggest painting I've ever worked on. It's a little bit bigger than 11 by 17, and it's, yeah. I will also be selling prints of this on my store Envy as well. So if you're interested in the original or any prints, definitely go check that out on my store Envy. So here I decided to do something super cool. I have some gold leaf, and what it is basically a gold foil, and I put down some adhesive over where I wanted the foil, and then I waited for it to dry, and then once it was dry, I lifted it up, and oh no, that wasn't supposed to happen. What's happening? Oh no, it's not coming off. It's not coming off. Oh my god, this isn't supposed to be happening. And that is where I stopped the camera. I had a mini meltdown. I cried a little bit, and I continued. What happened was, I had never used gold foil before. I had no idea how it worked. I totally assumed that if I put a little bit of the adhesive over exactly where I wanted the gold foil to go, it would adhere and look super cool. That is not what happened. As you guys can see, it kind of stuck to the whole area. I only put the adhesive down in little itty bitty parts, but I guess when I put the foil down on top of it, it must have spread the adhesive to a wider area, and I think the adhesive just wasn't meant for small details like that. Anyway, the point of this story is always try out your materials before you put them on the final canvas. Because I totally thought that I ruined this whole piece, and I had like a whole emotional breakdown. And I do want to say a quick shout out to my friend Jessie, who calmed me down and told me that it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. You are the real MVP. And yeah, anyway, that was a little mistake that I wanted to show you guys what happened, because not every piece is a masterpiece and mistakes happen. But the important thing is to completely go through it and keep working at it and keep trying to fix your mistakes until you come out with a product that you like. Anyway, this video is now coming down to a close. I just want to say thank you again to everyone watching this. Please consider subscribing if you like my work, and definitely go check out all of the other artists' amazing steampunk videos. They're all going to be linked in the descriptions, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. I love all of you so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!